Dana White announces unprecedented UFC event which has never happened before. Dana White will continue to break new ground in MMA after announcing that the UFC will take their first trip to Saudi Arabia. The blockbuster Middle East card will be headlined by a middleweight bout between Khamzat Chimaev and Robert Whittaker in June. UFC's been waiting to bring the promotion's first ever card to the kingdom, which has become the go-to location for combat sports. Anthony Joshua's twice fought in Saudi, with Tyson Furev's Alexander Usyk scheduled for later this year, while we, also part of the TKO group alongside UFC, run regular shows in Riyadh. The leading Mapper Proman will now put on its first event in the Gulf state on Saturday, June 22nd, White confirmed on Thursday morning. Chimaev and Whittaker will be the main attraction in a bout to determine the number one contender for champion Dricus du Plessis. He is now hoping to earn the opportunity to face du Plessis, who is currently nursing an injury, for the 185lb strap later this year. As for Whittaker 26-7, the former middleweight champion recovered from his TKO loss to du Plessis last year with a unanimous decision victory over Paulo Costa in February. In the Saudi co-main event, a heavyweight matchup between Russian fighters Alexander Volkov and Sergey Pavlovich will be held. Drago defeated fan favorite Tai Tuivasa UFC 293 with a rarely seen Ezekiel choke, while Pavlovich is looking to bounce back from an interim title defeat to Brich Thomas Spinell in November. UFC President White previously had to publicly quash a leaked card for their Saudi show that had Chimaev facing Israel Adesanya. At the UFC 297 presser, White vented, "Total bulls. That's a straight-out lie. I don't know who started it or how it started, but not one fight was announced to Saudi. Not one fight was announced to them. I called and asked to push the card back, because we have a couple guys that we want on the card. And they weren't ready. We want to deliver. And if we're going to Saudi Arabia at the level that these guys do things, and it's a fight night, but we want to make it the best fight night we've ever done." The current UFC Saudi Arabia fight card: Robert Whittaker vs. Khamzat Chimaev, Sergey Pavlovich vs. Alexander Volkov, Kelvin Gastelum vs. Daniel Rodriguez, Volkan Ozdemir vs. Johnny Walker, Shara Magomedov vs. Ihor Patiria.